I'm in Prague in the Czech Republic, and today I will take out the brand new Mercedes-Benz Tourismo. This is the Safety Coach. Ever since 2006, Daimler Buses have made a safety coach. This is to show all the safety feature that Daimler Buses can provide the customer. This is not a coach for the future. They are showing off all the possible equipment that they have in this moment. So this coach behind me is stuffed with all the feature a customer can buy today. They didn't save anything on this vehicle, and I will now go out to check it out. I want to show you this new generation of camera mirrors. I will do some precision driving here on this parking lot, and then I will show you the advantages of this new mirrors. All around the vehicle you have small cameras that together make a 360-degree view. On the side of the coach you have two camera systems replacing the old classic mirrors. Inside you will have a standing mirror with a wide angle mirror below on both sides. And on top of that you will also have a screen with the camera that shows your front end of the vehicle, and that will eliminate the blind spots. And if you want to see more of this vehicle, follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and we will show you a lot of short content on this coach. And one thing I really like with the new camera system is that the monitors inside is bigger, wider and brighter. It feels like daylight. For the first time, I'm like, I like digital mirrors. So now I'm placed myself behind the steering wheel of the Mercedes-Benz Tourismo Safety Coach. And to make myself comfortable, I just want to adjust the steering wheel, so I know that I will have a good driving position. I'm used to driving the Mercedes-Benz Tourismo at work, but I don't have these screens. The new digital monitors for Mercedes-Benz is so much bigger than they were before. And the good thing is that I see everything crystal clear. On the dashboard I have an iPad lookalike screen that shows me everything in the back of the vehicle, but also a 360-degree camera. I really like that. One of my favorite features is the touchscreen function. Now I can see my general view, but if I want to see in front of the vehicle, I can push the different cameras that together gives me the 360-degree view. And if I blink to the left, the camera turn on for the blind spot camera to the left, and if I blink to the right, it will give me the blind spot camera to the right. And if I reverse, I will see everything that happens behind. And as I said in the beginning, this will not be a test drive where I go out on the road and feel all the driving skills of the vehicle, but I can mention this one have the OM 470 engine, about 456 horsepower, and we do have the 8-step transmission from Mercedes, the power shift. So everything is like we're used to, and to help me out today, I will have an expert in the guide seat. This is Andreas. Hello, Andreas.
Hello, Magne.
I'm so thankful for being able to test drive your safety coach.
I'm thankful that you take your time to do that.
So now we are in Prague, we are outside your workshop, and I want to try out the new digital mirror system.
And we can even do it here on the area of our workshop, because for the mirror cam as well as for our top view system, we have perfect conditions here. If you take just a look over to the left-hand side, you can see our parked buses and coaches. Mm-hmm. And maybe you just want to park in backwards in this free box.
Okay.
Then you can make it the experience yourself, and I think it doesn't need much explanations when you do the experience.
So the first thing you want me to do is just to back in that parking lot?
Yes, without any help from outside and without any additional comments from me, except maybe I would tell you to look there or there.
All right, I will try. So I'm going in that spot over there, so I need to go a little bit in front to make my position, and then I will use this digital system that I never used before. So I will give myself a little bit more space. And the coaches I will park next to, they do not have the digital mirror, so they do have the horny mirrors. What do you call them? So they do have the classic mirrors I have to watch, so I don't knock them off. So now I will use my vision, just see that all cameras are in good shape. Now if I want to see, for example, if I have some obstacles in the front now, I can use the touchscreen to see what's happening in front of me to the right. But I see I have no obstacle, so I can continue going backwards. For me, it's always unusual to do backups with the digital mirrors because I feel I lose sight of depth. What is your opinion about that?
I know what you mean, and I had same experience in the beginning, but as soon as you're used to it, you can manage it because you learn how it works.
Now I use only the 360 cam. And you know, then it's almost too easy because now I align up, I can see on the screen with the guidelines that I'm coming straight into the parking lot. And to show what's happening behind me, I now change the screen to the camera behind, and I can see now that I'm getting closer to the edge, and there I can park. This was too easy, Andreas.
Yes, it was.
I'm sorry, I was trying to make an obstacle, but I couldn't.
Yeah, maybe we can place an obstacle there.
Yes.
That makes it a bit harder for you to park in. Because I have the impression that you would not need the system. You, as a professional driver, would not need the system in a standard situation. Maybe we can create a non-standard situation.
Yes, let's do that. But I have to say that this was very easy to use. And the good thing with the new system you have now, it's so bright. There is no lag, there is no pixels, feels like a real live view.
And it was too easy. As a spectator, you can see that you're a professional backwards parker because there was no correction move.
What obstacle should we place?
Maybe I could place a tin or something there at the parking place. So now we do the same maneuver again, but I made it a bit more difficult for Magne with this let's say artificial obstacle. Imagine this would be some part in a city or somewhere, small but heavy and might cause damage. And let's see how Magne managed this task with that additional thing.
So now I got the much harder task from Andreas here. Now I really need to go around. I do have more obstacles. I have a coach behind me. I have a wall I cannot hit. And I will also get a very heavy 90-degree turn to come in to the parking spot. So I will just align so I can start my backing task. And I also have one of my strongest obstacles. It's the strong sun. So I'm also interested to see how the screens will behave in that sun. Now I can use the big screen here to my left to see that nothing is happening behind me. I have no pedestrians, no car parked. And I also have great help from my 360-degree view camera that shows me that I'm now by the back part of the bus. I'm exactly by it now, but I can also check it, of course, maybe on this one. Now I can see the 360 cam and the obstacle looks very good so far. I will have a car on my right hand side, and now I have to do some turning action. I see that I have great space for myself on the right now. There's also this part of the wall that's sticking out, so I cannot hit. And I also have a coach in the back. And now I would have a problem with the normal mirrors because I could probably have hit the wall in front of me. But now, when I only have the camera system, it's very easy. Now I have the straight line into the parking. So even with an obstacle, Andreas, this was very easy to do.
You're graduated.
And now I will turn on the backing camera so I see exactly where to park and where to stop. And I think that's it.
Perfect. I think was really perfect.
Good.
Yeah. Even for explanation, we had real tricky situations, a lot of different tricky situations in that.
Yeah, we had a coach, we had the wall, that was perfect,
Yeah,
and then the car in the blind spot.
Magne, since you passed this test,
Okay.
you're ready for the next one. Let's go for the Sideguard system.
All right. As the technology develops, you see that everything is getting smaller. Before you had the big cell phones, before you had the big TVs with a big box in the back. Today, the cell phones are smaller, the TVs are flatter, and now you can also see that the Sideguard assist is getting smaller. It's very cute and efficient, but it still does the job. Now I'm going out on the road to test the Sideguard assist, and the reason why it's not called the blind spot assist is because there is actually no blind spots. When you are driving, you have three things you have to take care of. It's the left mirror, it's your right mirror, but the most important thing is what's happening in front of you. And if you don't pay attention to all these things, you will get a blind spot. So if I now look to the right, you will see my whole body moves. That gives whole my left side as a big blind spot. So this is why Mercedes-Benz and Daimler Buses calls it a Sideguard assist. And now I will go out on the road to try it, to see the different functions of it with their new system. And now again I'm driving in very heavy sunshine, and I still see the screens very well, so they are adapting even to the strong light. So Andreas, tell me, what do you want me to do now?
I would just pass the road and see what, let's say, general challenges it offers. Yes. Let's say, for example, you're a bit distracted playing on the radio or looking for a special song, and then you might leave the road. This is how we can show the lane departure warning system, for example. Yeah. Or as soon as we have a pedestrian or a cyclist, we can check the function of the Sideguard assist. Maybe you wonder why there is no warning at the moment. This is because we're driving less than 60 kilometers per hour, because normally at these speeds you're not distracted.
So now I just passed 60 kilometers per hour, and I also got this shaking in the seat now.
Because normally when you drive less than 60 kilometers per hour, you are in curvy roads or in the city. There's a lot of things to do, so you won't be distracted with playing with the radio or with the heating system. Yeah. This is normally when you're going a long way straight on highways or interurban roads, then you have that. Why is there no warning when we drive less than 60 kilometers per hour? It's quite simple. On curvy roads or in cities, you very often hit the lights, and then you would get a lot of warnings without any danger. This is why we decided to warn only above 60 when it makes sense.
Yeah, it would drive your head crazy if you had the warnings all the time. Yeah. I can try to play a little bit with the adaptive cruise control here. Yes. I now set it to the speed limit I'm in, and it keeps the speed, of course, perfectly. And when I get a car, a pedestrian, a cyclist, the speed will decrease, or the system will even make me stop if it seems that I'm in danger.
Yes, and this will also happen without adaptive cruise control being activated.
I see pedestrians coming.
And you can see the warning.
Oh yes, I got a pedestrian warning on the display. So I got a warning, and every mirror just turned on. So I got very much information about what's happening around me.
This would be a typical road where you might be attracted and distracted, not attracted, distracted, and might leave the lane, and the system could warn you.
So now we could really see that I got the red line on the display, and I also got the shaking in the seat. So the system is really active above 60 kilometers per hour.
Since we have a truck in front of us, we might show how adaptive cruise control works. So you set a speed, let's say for 80.
Okay.
And then we'll see how soft we get closer to the truck.
So now I just pump up the adaptive cruise control to the speed limit, and we are coming into a roundabout.
So you do something like playing on the radio.
Yeah.
And then you pass the line.
Ja, und jetzt vorne raus wieder. Ja.
Perfect.
This system really works. Here we have a pedestrian crossing.
But there you can see there's no warning or braking without a need, so don't be afraid of the system. It will only brake you when it's necessary.
Now I put on the adaptive, and now it will just accelerate by itself again. Very smooth acceleration. So now we're coming into some speed again. And I got some new line warnings. I activate my cruise control. Oops, see.
take a look in the display, and there you can see pedestrian was recognized and shown in the display. And even Sideguard assist could see the person.
Yeah.
This was the second triangle.
So now we're coming back to the workshop, and Andreas, I have to say this was a very nice experience.
It was short, but with a lot of information inside, and it's not always necessary to drive 600 or 1,000 kilometers to make some experience. Sometimes the experience you make on a place, and we are back here where I had this artificial obstacle, and we just created an artificial situation, but this situation might have been a real situation.
And I think it was a great learning to do this in safe areas, but now I know that I can do that, so I can probably go out in the real world and do this as well.
Yeah. Learning in safe area is something we always recommend. Talk about safety trainings. When you do it without stress, without any pressure, and you can practice it, and then you are prepared for the real life.
Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching the video here today. And if you like what you see, click down here. The button is called subscribe, and then you will see all the future videos from us in Bussmagasinet. Until next time, drive safely, have a great day.